I want to take something from the end of chapter 5 of Daniel to say at this time. I think we've got to realize here was a king who had lifted his heart up to, against God. And to say to America today what we need. So sometimes, I look at my Bible and I see America in the present of this year, 2016. And I see is right now, as we stand in this country, we're on a slippery slope. And we have a choice, and we better think about what we're doing in the next 2 months from this time of September. I look at what happened. There was a king named Belshazzar who, he knew, like Daniel said to him, he had not humbled his heart, even though he knew all the things about his father. How his father, Nebuchadnezzar, really his grandfather, he was proud in heart, but he had to be humbled, become like an animal in the forest for a certain time until he realized who the true and living God was. And what was he? He didn't realize. He'd look at all this kingdom which I have made, and God had to speak down from heaven and say, "No, you didn't do this. I did this. I gave this all to you, and you're going to live like an animal." And yet this young man didn't realize it. And how did he lift his heart? He took the articles of the temple, which his father had put and respected, until he knew who the true and living grandfather knew who the true and living God was, but he had to go through something to really get fully there. And he took the articles of the temple and used it to hold a pagan feast, to drink the wine and to praise his pagan gods, whom his grandfather turned away from. And this is what we in America should be pointing. Somebody would come and say, your forefathers had realized who the true and living God was, that no nation could stand or fall except from the living God. To realize, they had, I'm talking about the Constitutional Convention in 1787. It was held every day, begun and ended with prayer, in order that a great country could be established. And, now we have turned away. We've turned away. Prayer was taken out of public schools. The Bible was taken out of public schools. The Supreme Court listened to an atheist. And her life really ended up in a terrible, terrible end about 20 years ago. Her son woke up, and this is what America